Hey, y'all, welcome back again to another moment of Thoughts with Key. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when content is constantly dropping. Yo, this topic right here seems like it's going to be a really good topic. Don't own any rights to this content, but social media is ruining relationships, causing breakups. Women say there's too much access and lying. Yeah, social media has been and is going to continue to be detrimental, especially when you're sharing your personal business on social media. Let's get into this.
I was going to say this is a hot take, but it's really not much of a hot take. I genuinely think when it comes to relationships, social media is one of the worst things that could have ever happened because we have so much access to people we would never know, never see, never interact with in our day-to-day life if it wasn't for our phones. We can literally pick up our phones, search whatever we want, scroll and see whatever we want, and then we're interacting with these people we're following and, just being able to be in contact with someone states away. And I think it ruins relationships because people like to play the it's just social media card when it's not, because when someone comes on your page and they're liking multiple pictures after they just followed you or they're always in your likes, you know how you feel. And then let that person have a significant other. That is so embarrassing for somebody to be in your likes all the time and they have a significant other. Don't get me wrong though, I don't think it's wrong to follow the opposite sex, but when your following is 90% the opposite sex.
I agree with her. A lot of y'all trying to get sneaky links, two pieces of chicken with three sides and two biscuits. You're being sneaky. She's absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with liking posts from the opposite sex. We all do it. It's the type of post. And a lot of y'all are being sneaky in their DMs. A lot of married dudes, married chicks are sneaking in people's DMs. And nah, man, I don't even know how y'all have time for multiple people. I'm still trying to figure out the one that I'm with. Like, that's complicated in itself. So that's stressful trying to satisfy and please five people and keep them happy. It's hard keeping one happy. I don't know how y'all doing it, but hey.
I think that says something about you. Because when I open any of my social media, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, it's mostly hair, makeup, pretty women, and a few funny videos if I'm like scrolling for too long. So it's just like you are what you interact with at the end of the day, and don't let nobody tell you it's just social media.
Yeah, a lot of people will lie to you and try to say, yo, the algorithm pushes it to me. No, your algorithm is developed based off of the things that you interact with and like the most, right? And I do think that it's a difference between men and women and how you what you like and what the standard is, right? For me personally, what is pushed out to me on all social media platforms, not just on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Whenever I open up these applications, first of all, the real flex is not being on social media, right? When you don't have to, and that's not to say that it isn't a good form of entertainment. YouTube has replaced TV for me completely.
Absolutely right. Most of social media, 99.9% is entertainment. And a lot of times people are posting things trying to be entertainable. And a lot of times people are posting these explicit things, body revealing, these uh like type of outfits that show almost everything, what leaves room for the imagination to imagine. A lot of times people are doing this stuff for attention. They're bringing their drama to social media for attention, for likes and clicks. And so, why would I use a form of embarrassment to a significant other or myself for clicks and likes? This is what society is doing now. You see clips of people fighting and getting caught cheating and being sneaky. You see all of that. So, I don't get it, but people gonna be people.
I like long form content, but the stuff that I look at is actually stuff that's productive and conducive to my lifestyle. What's recommended to me is animal videos. I like looking at hunting videos. I like looking at cars. Cars is a real thing. I love sports, and so those are the things that's recommended to me. I don't get recommended ratchet, trash, cornball stuff, whatever, because that's not what's in my algorithm. But with regard to social media, I will say that the access or the perceived access, right, gives people this false narrative or expectation that they actually have more options than they really do. And we like to compare and contrast and try to pretend like, what is good for this person in Oklahoma City is good for the person in Detroit. It's not. Whereas when we didn't have social media, the world was really only as big as we traveled or where we were raised. And so we didn't have all of these.
He's absolutely correct. You think back in the 80s and 90s, you didn't have iPhones to upload photos directly to your social media. You had a Polaroid camera. You had one of them disposable cameras where you had to take to the drugstore to get the photos developed. Could take a day, could take a couple hours. It's so much access now that you can literally take a picture at 3 o'clock and upload it at 3:05. This video I'm recording right now, I could literally be done in 15-20 minutes, and then 15-20 minutes later, it is uploaded. Like access is, he's absolutely correct. The access is undeniable. Uh, it's like people posting, I had ramen noodles, I had a bowl of cereal, I went to Tahiti, I am in Disney. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with sharing the experiences, but some memories and some moments are meant to be private. Everybody don't need to know everything. I remember a while back, an incident happened with Kim Kardashian where she was in Paris, I believe, and she had posted this type of jewelry. I think it was a ring or a necklace, and she posted it and wound up getting robbed of what she had posted. Like somebody saw that. And so you have to be careful of what you are posting because some people are not just watching for entertainment, they're watching for an opportunity. Let that sink in. Like people are being stalked, people are being murdered, people are being kidnapped, people are being robbed because you're posting everything. Some people are not here to just see and be entertained by what you're posting. Some people are enticed and looking for opportunities to take advantage of what and where you are posting.
These problems and issues throughout society to where people were comparing and contrasting and keeping up with the Joneses and thinking that everybody is supposed to get flued out and all of this stuff. You didn't have that because that wasn't an expectation. You fell in love with and you interacted with the people that were in your culture, the people that were in your neighborhood, the people that was in your city, the people that was in your environment, church, movies, all of that stuff. You met people organically and you had to actually go outside. But when people and women have certain things inside of their algorithm, that that's the thing that they chase and that's the thing that they search and that's the thing that they're looking for. And a lot of times they also look for validation from outside sources instead of the people that's really in their life in real life, right?
You hit that right on the nose. You're looking for validation, affirmation, and admiration from people who really don't give two squirrel acorns about you. You're looking and you're thriving off of likes and views and comments. Oh, they liked it. Oh, they said they liked it. Most of the time, they lying. And most of the stuff that's posted on Facebook, people are lying. They only post what they want you to know and what they want you to see. Y'all haven't noticed that sometimes the stuff you see on social media, and then you encounter, like, for instance, I met a said celebrity before, and the way he carried himself on TV was way different than when I encountered him in person. He was professional and everything on TV, but he was a jerk in public when I met him personally. Your name gonna remain nameless, but just know, he, he- I used to like, I used to like, I don't want to say idolize because I don't idolize no one, but I used to have so much respect, and I even started a certain thing because of this said person, and was inspired and I'm like, oh my goodness, like the bomb.com. And then when I encountered this person in public, I'm like, oh my God, you're such a jerk. Like, not what the cameras were showing, not what I saw on TV. What I encountered in person was a totally different person. So we have to be careful of confusing reality TV with reality. Because what we see on TV, if you encounter that person in real life, may be two different things. And I just had a bad experience. So you could have a good experience with said persons if you meet them in person. Not everybody is a jerk, but this particular celebrity I met, he was far from the TV version. It was terrible, jerkish.
right? So she is right. She is 100% correct. And when you open up the door, a lot of times to certain things, it comes right at you. It makes itself available to you in real life, and so you got to be very careful about that.
It's not.
Another thing we can leave in 2025, stop asking social media for their opinion on your relationships. There is no reason y'all should be on this app saying, oh, well, my partner did this and I did this. Who's wrong? Quit it. You're embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing your partner. There is no one that understands you or your partner or your dynamic in your relationship like you do. That's the reason why you two are supposed to problem solve that together. And now if you really feel like you're getting to a point where you and your partner just cannot figure it out, please ask a trusted professional, maybe a counselor, something, but anyone other than user 86734 on Reddit. Like, what? With all the different resources that are readily available to people these days, you would think that we would ask someone other than any stranger that just so happens to be scrolling past your video online, but please quit it.
People are using social media as a coping mechanism, and it's two problems.
Yep, I agree. Some people are using social media as therapy sessions, and you're thinking you're talking to millions of therapists when these people that you are relaying your drama to and your issues to may have more drama and issues than you do. And I'm learning as I get older, not only does misery love company, but drama loves drama. And most of the time, if you look in these comments of drama, it's from people that got more drama or they got drama. And so they're, what's the word? They can relate because they're like that. Like birds of a feather flock together. You look at a lot of these hyper drama, hyper actively negative channels. You look at the comments, they're adding to that channel in negativity. They're adding to the drama. Like, ooh, hit him on the head. Ooh, bash her. Ooh, call her out. Ooh, call her a name. It's just feeding it. You know what I mean? And so we have to be careful as people that some stuff is just meant to keep in house. Like my mama would say, keep your business in the house. And to a point, that is absolutely correct. Now, if it gets to a point where you need help and you need outside help, you should seek outside professional or spiritual help. But what she was saying from the basic term of life is, excuse me, stuff that goes on in your house should stay in your house. I remember I had went to a conference. It was about relationships, and they said the three F's are what destroys relationships. And I can add another one, but the three F's were friends, family, and finances. And they were saying that your friends can also be your haters instead of being your celebrators. So friends can destroy your relationship. Then they said money. When the money is funny, ain't nobody feeling honey, it can destroy your relationship. And then family can destroy your relationship because everybody in your family is not happy about your relationship. You got people, yes, in your family that are jealous of you and jealous of your relationships. I've seen family members and other families mess around with their significant other and jacked it up. So you gotta be careful. And then I add, even sometimes fun on the internet, fun on social media can destroy your relationship. So you got four F's. You got four of them. Be careful.
With that, the first thing you need to do is put the phone down. Whenever you having a problem, or whenever you dealing with something, or whenever you going through it with somebody that's in your social circle, including the person that you're in a relationship with. People can't wait to tell all of the business. They can't wait to post something on Instagram. They post some cryptic message. They jump on X, formerly known as Twitter, and they start talking negatively about the person that they're in a relationship with. Don't even get me started on Facebook. I stopped using Facebook a long time ago because it is probably the most toxic place where people didn't grow past high school and they still getting caught up in the BS. I went on Facebook maybe like
Yeah, I agree. It's almost like um I would say Facebook is like being in middle school where people are still acting like they 13, 14 and going crazy, posting all type of crazy stuff on Facebook. Not everybody, just some people are still acting like they're in middle school. And then you got Instagram is like high school. You're still acting like you're in high school, posting crazy stuff, high school slash like all that type of stuff. Then I do YouTube like being in college. This is where you just posting, just you wilding. You know what I mean? And it has to come a time in your life where you got to grow up and understand there's nothing wrong with these platforms. Like Facebook, you can reach out with former friends, people you went to school with, you connect with family. Instagram's the same thing. You can connect with people, follow different pages, and then YouTube is you can watch things for free instead of paying for cable and things like that. You just catch the past episode. It'll usually pop up on YouTube a couple days instead of you paying for cable or whatever. So these things have positive purposes, and but they can also have detrimental negative effects as well. You have to be careful what you're feeding yourself and what you're allowing people to feed off of. I'm not going on social media posting any drama or any negativity I got going on in my life, relationship wise, friendship wise, whatever. I'm not posting it. What is it going to do for me because I then bad post somebody? Like, can you imagine? I see some of these people posting how bad that partner was or they did this and that. Do you not know that when you talk bad about somebody that you are with or you used to be with, it actually makes you look just as bad because you were with them, you picked them, and some of y'all still stayed with them. So it makes you look like you think you're trashing them, you're trashing yourself. They're like, you stayed with them, you picked them. So y'all gotta be careful out here in these social media streets.
6 months ago when when I was able to figure out my login, and I realized I hadn't missed nothing in all of these years. Nothing. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. Same conversations, same BS, same whatever. And people being messy and, in a situationship and talking about all of their stuff. Man, I think that everything relationship wise, meaning that things that you are really going through in real life needs to be private. That's between you and the person that you're in a relationship with. But people seek validation through other people on social media and they looking for attention. And so they find
I agree, my brother. Everything that you're dealing with in your relationship, like real stuff, like that real nitty gritty stuff, should be private. And that means private from social media, private from friends, even private from family. Like a lot of times we're seeking help from friends and people that got the same issue or even more issues. And a lot of times I'm learning, especially in my past, I had people in my life that I would bring my stuff to, and they had their stuff, and they just added to my stuff. It was a never ending cycle. It was like, I came to you for help, but you need help. I came to you for the solution, and you need solutions. You're supposed to be my even ground, but you unbalanced too. So we both need to go get help. So you just gotta be careful out here, y'all.
it and they find a tribe with a bunch of people that promotes and pushes them to get divorced, to lose their relationship, to lose the person that they in a relationship with, and they not gonna be there for the fallout. They're not gonna be there when you buy.
But yeah, too, I gotta add this. Y'all ever notice uh, the greatest people that give marital advice is usually the ones that not married? Got all the marital advice in the world. Ain't never been married, but can tell you how to stay married. It's amazing to me how you just got the marriage zen gifting. Now, I will say this: if you used to be married and you got some time, and you used to be married and you may not be married now, yes, you can offer some sound, positive advice. You can. Just keep the toxic stuff to yourself. The positive stuff, people can use that from experience. But those that have never walked down that aisle, never said I do, don't do that. Married people, be careful in getting advice from single people. They are really good at being single. They're experts in being single. They're not experts in being married. Be careful. Married people, I'm not going to point out one gender, but y'all know, be careful. Married people and confiding in single people. It's dangerous.
By yourself. They're not going to be there when you're there raising those children by yourself. And you think that these people are in your corner, and they not. They not. They thrive off of having other people in the same situation as them, even if it's horrible, even if it's bad. I always wish well and wish good on people no matter what the situation is. I always want strong families together. But people are sharing and can't wait to do a story time. Even when y'all go on a date, y'all can't wait to come back to social media and start talking about it. And there has been a movement of people that are willing to spend resources, men specifically, that are willing to spend resources to vet out people that are around them so that they can make sure that they're not caught up in no BS. They can make sure that they're not getting involved with people that's not adding value into their life or do not have their best interests at heart. And I think that that is a smart thing to do. It is a wise thing to do. And you got to make sure that everybody that is in your circle and everybody that's around you actually wants what's best for you and not is trying to use you for content.
Yeah, there's an old saying, you got to check your crew that's in the boat with you. Not everybody is paddling. Some people are drilling holes in your boat. I said this on a past video. Sometimes your crew can be your casualty. Everybody in your boat may not be pedaling. You gotta really be using your discernment. You gotta really be paying attention that there could be some people that you really, really think you can trust drilling holes in your boat. And you like, how does all this water keep coming in my boat? I keep bucketing it out, and it seems like it just keep getting worse and worse. Everybody ain't paddling. Some folks got drills and are drilling holes. And if you're not careful, they may be trying to take over your boat.
And it's sad that we've gotten to this point to where we even have to explain this to grown adults.
The idea that some stranger online has your best interest at heart when it comes to these relationships, and some of y'all will actually take their advice, is insane. And honestly, if the two of you can't problem solve it together, maybe don't even be in a relationship.
I'm about to end this right here. What she said is very true. That you guys are taking advice from somebody you never met, from a total stranger. You are confiding in total strangers. You never met these people, may never meet them, and you think their advice is solid. Let that sink in. You're taking advice from a total stranger online that you've never met. And you're like, oh yeah, he's right. Yeah, she's right. How do you know that? You have no clue. And then she's saying also, learn how to work through your issues. Posting a poll. Hey guys, I had a conversation with such and such. Who do you believe? Do you think I said this? Do you think I'm right? He said this. Who's right? Let babe. 90% said I'm right. 10% said that you're wrong. Okay, what did that do for you? What was the goal? Do you feel better now that social media said you were right? And I heard someone said, it's an old guy said, sometimes it's better to win than to be right. Heard it at 13, 14. I was like, it's better to win than to be right. He was saying in his marriage, sometimes people are thriving and are driven by trying to be right instead of trying to win. Meaning, you don't know everything. You're not going to be right about everything. How about listen and that other person may be right and so y'all can win. You're you're out here trying to be right about little battles when you should be trying to win the war. Like in marriage and relationships, you go through little battles. Little turmoil happens. Difficulties happens. Those are called battles. But when you're with somebody for a lifetime, this is a lifetime of going to war. This is war. You're locked in forever. Like you're enlisted in this relationship forever. Marriage is for life. Forever. You know what I mean? And so you have to be careful about the partner you pick that you're going to war with. Because some of y'all are picking partners that is actually at war against you. They're not fighting a war with you, they're fighting against you. And I had posted this on Facebook not too long ago that we are choosing projects instead of purpose partners. And what I mean by that, projects, you are trying to put a project in a partner's position. Like projects come and go. Like in companies, hey, we got this project. Next month they got a different project. Next year they got a different project. But when you have a partner, that is your set partner. You don't get to exchange them and change them out. That's your partner. That's your purpose partner. Purpose partners push you into your purpose. They support your purpose. They may not walk in the same purpose. I'm out to help a lot of pastors. Just because you the pastor don't mean your wife will be preaching just like you. Her job may be to support you and to protect what you're doing. Say this to my baby the other day. I said, baby, you are my protector. You look out for me as I walk in my assignment. Don't have the expectation that she should be doing what I'm doing. She didn't get called to do what I'm doing. I got called to do what I'm doing. And so many times we put the stress on our partners to do what we're doing when they were never meant to do what we're doing. She can be called to gardening and she does have a green thumb. I got black thumbs. I'm learning. I'm excited about the sunflower that we planted a few weeks back. Like, I have no clue about plants. I just thought you plant them and you water them, you leave them alone. There's so much more. And that's her gifting, her calling. And so be careful in leadership, be careful in ministry that you don't put a title on your partner that they were never chosen and called to do. Their job is to support and to push you into your purpose and to help protect what you're doing in your purpose. Projects, they take and they come and they get what they need for that. Projects are for a moment, partners are for a lifetime. It's just that simple. Projects are for a moment, partners are for a lifetime. Yo, be careful on social media, man. Hopefully y'all like this video. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when content is constantly dropping. Shout out to Hand to Hand Podcast, Soul Stirring Sundays Podcast, and the Cuzzles Podcast. Go check those pages out. Subscribe to those pages. Content will constantly be coming. You can find us on all social media platforms. Shout out to AD. Thanks for the content, bro. It's real out here. And sometimes you have to keep real things in-house. Because the reality is social media is not always for your good. It's just not. So enjoy y'all life. Be blessed. Till next time. Thank y'all for tuning in to another moment of Key Thoughts. Bless y'all. Peace.